Welcome back. It's Local Edition. I'm Brad Pomerance. Thanks again for joining us. We are joined by Joe Lyons. He is a member of the Claremont City Council. We're glad to have him back on the program. Thank you, sir. As you know, many cities have used what's called redevelopment agencies to help revitalize blighted areas. The state, as a way to close their budget gap, has all but closed down redevelopment agencies, although they're giving cities an out. Pay the state some money, you can keep your RDA open. What's Claremont going to do?
We have looked into it, and financially it serves our best interest to, as you referenced in an earlier comment, a ransom to the state to release the funds that we can then use, because it's been a very valuable source of revenue for us.
What's interesting, I've learned that about 83% of cities are choosing to keep their redevelopment agencies open by paying what some are calling a ransom to the state. Why is it that cities are so committed to their redevelopment agencies? What is it about this tool that works for municipalities?
Well, it's a source of revenue that allows us to incentivize businesses to come into the area to take over blighted property, both economic and physically blighted property, to the betterment of the city. So it's a very valuable source.
And are you finding that it becomes a job creator for municipalities?
It does, in that the business interests that might move in certainly provide those opportunities for the community.
As you may know, the California League of Cities is suing the state, trying to keep the redevelopment agencies open under the prior regime. The Supreme Court of California is looking at that case. Are you as committed as the league to make sure that RDA stay open?
Yes. In fact, we are a member to that, being a league member also, so we are certainly enthusiastic.
It is very interesting. Although most city offices are nonpartisan, I speak with Democrats and Republicans, and pretty uniform view that RDA should stay open, and fighting words in terms of keeping them alive. More fighting words as well on the issue of pensions. Yes. Another issue that's getting a lot of bipartisan support, which is the need for pension reform for public employees. Are you one that believes that we do need to change the pension system to make it less onerous for municipalities?
Yes, I think the unfunded liability issue makes sustainability and long-term planning for cities impossible. And so most cities are tackling the issue the best they can locally, which is usually the PERS contribution that employees have.
And PERS goes to the state, CalPERS.
That's correct. And so that their payment, the employee payment of their share, is being required by more and more cities. But the cities can only go so far. It will become clearly a state issue along with the leadership in PERS if we are to really correct the system.
It's interesting because recently the Little Hoover Commission, Stanford University, talked about the unfunded liabilities that you referenced in the billions of dollars. Now, many have seen the stock market before 2 weeks ago as having improved, and therefore CalPERS was doing much better. But now, with the gyrations we're seeing in the stock market, how may that impact cities' obligations for pensions to their employees?
Again, it's this unfunded liability component that becomes totally unpredictable, and so therefore what we, or the future generation of and city councils inherit, is totally beyond our control. So I think that's the issue.
Now, you're working right now with your bargaining units, correct?
That's correct.
And are they willing to accept, have they been willing to accept pension reform?
We're still in negotiations with our police, two police organizations, and so therefore I can't comment on that.
The other four?
The four City Hall related organizations have agreed to pay their share over the course of 3 years. So they'll be paying, again, a percent each year up to the total of 8 that their first contribution.
His name is Joe Lyons, a member of the Claremont City Council. My name is Brad Pomerance. If you want to watch more editions of Local Edition, you can sign on to Time Warner Cable's video on demand channel. That's channel 1. And then just click on Local and then go to My Government. Thanks for watching. We're going to send you back to HLN.